Hello Dungeon Master. In this video we create a warehouse district. Now this could be a shipyard storage warehouse, something near the coast where boats come in and unload all of their cargo. This would be close by, where the items are stored until they are taken to their final location, like a shop or factory. You may decide to have this as a warehouse in the centre of town, where businesses keep their excess merchandise. Items like large stone slabs need to be kept somewhere close by so they can easily be accessed when needed, but not taking up space in a shop or home. Having a warehouse area means that people won't have to wait weeks for items to be shipped directly from other lands or cities. It just makes sense. We split the map into 3 buildings. One large main warehouse with a gated area we will discuss a little bit more in a second. Then the 2 smaller buildings that are snippets of smaller warehouses. We have added doors to them just in case you want to let your players go in and investigate, or acquire items they may want. Inside the main building we add a few smaller rooms. One will be an office where all the paperwork of shipments and transactions are kept. A room for valuable items, so they are more secure whilst they're being held here. Then another room we will be putting perishable items in, just in case someone gets a little hungry on their excursion. The medium building is where we place the drinks. This might be where alcohol is distilled and stored before being sent onto the pubs and taverns. It's got to be made somewhere. Why not here? Whilst you could have beer, wine, mead and other drinks, you could always come up with your own drink that is being created locally. You could name it Devil's Breath or Applejack. The players might be asked to find out what this drink is and what's it made out of. Is there a secret ingredient? Is the recipe top secret and only known to 3 people? People will pay a lot of money for information on it. The drink might be new to town, and the players stumble upon it as they're in this area. Either way, if they take some of it, I'm sure to the right person it could be worth a pretty penny. Not that we like to dangle shiny things the players can pick up and put in their bags. Sorry, just a cough. If they do take it, will people be looking out for the stolen shipment and anyone selling it? Could this place the players in a predicament later down the line? Or will the players simply enjoy the drink themselves and have a nice evening somewhere with it? The smallest building we have made into a storage room. This would have a number of miscellaneous items inside. Clothing, jars, food, books, small housing or tavern supplies, basically anything you can think of. Just be prepared for the players to want to take them. You may need to check how many items they have taken, as if you're anything like me and our other players, we will be moving so slowly due to over-encumbrance. We just want to keep the stuff and not get rid of anything. But I need it. So now the gated entrance. Well, as you might have guessed, in a warehouse district, you need somewhere to load and unload items. So what better way than to have your own drop-off area? We make sure that the cart is the size that would fit through the gate. Yes, we check, because as always, we want this fantasy world map to be believable. And in the same instance, we want to make sure that those make-believe horses are being looked after. So we ensure that while the cart or wagon is being unloaded, the horses or noble steeds have a place to get some well-deserved rest. We put out some water and hay for them, and even add in some benches so that the drivers can sit down and take a breather if need be. Aren't we nice like that? You might be wondering why we placed a bell outside and in. Well, if the gates are closed, you need a way to alert the workers that you have arrived. Just an added little detail that you might want to add into your own game. I am sure that your brains have already got ideas on how you could potentially use this map. But just in case, let me give you a few ideas you could also use. The office in the warehouse holds a lot of information of the comings and goings of shipments, things people have purchased and are waiting on being brought in from other towns and cities, and others that are waiting on being sent out. Could there be an organised thieves guild? Or some less dangerous gangs operating in the area that are interfering in trade or making illicit deals? Would the players stumble across this in their day-to-day activities? Or are they given information and asked to investigate further? Maybe the players need to gather evidence on what's happening here. Will they choose to simply be a witness and see where it leads them? Or will they intervene in one of the deals? Could they have been asked to intervene and it actually be a trap to capture them? When the predator becomes the prey. Will they be able to successfully fight their way out of this trap? Now, just quickly, we've added a winch or pulley thing that will take the boxes and cargo from outside and then lift and rotate it into the warehouse to be packed away and stored. If someone was going to try and break in, this might be a good spot to aim for, until we add in traps later. Okay, back to encounter examples. Are there suspicious goings on in the district? Not from thieves, but more from the magical beastie side. Could shipments have stopped because something has taken up residence in these buildings? Have the workers gone missing? Come to think of it, the people in the tavern, or other location the players might just happen to be in, might mention that James, the delivery guy, hasn't come back from the district. He's pretty reliable and always gets home in time for supper, but no one's seen him for the last few days. Players might want to investigate and find out what's going on, then deal with the issue so trading can begin again. I'm sure the town would offer a reward for anyone who helps. Well, that's unless the players get caught helping themselves to some of the items. But I'm sure the players wouldn't try and take anything. Would they? Another way is that the players have been tasked with obtaining an item. Maybe it was taken and needs to be returned to the rightful owner. Or it could be a magical item that if the players can get their hands on, they'll be given a very generous reward. It's not known which box or where it is, just that it will likely be in one of the buildings. The players will need to try and find the item, but not get caught by the guards or the unknown to them protectors of the item. It's a shame the person hiring them forgot to mention that the item is heavily guarded, both physically and magically. Their task won't be a simple sneak in and sneak out job. Will the players manage to get the item? Will they take it back to the employer? Or keep it for themselves? So hopefully this video has given you some inspiration. If it has, please do hit that like button so we know you like this content. And if you can do me a favour and leave a comment, it will really help the algorithm. We're trying to grow this channel, so appreciate all the support that you give us. If you're feeling fruity, you can also support us further on Patreon, where you gain access to all of our maps and find more about our life behind the green screen. So until next time, may the dice be ever in your favour.